With a base price of $199, Amazon's Kindle Fire HD gives you a lot for your money. And while it's just as easy to crack open as the original Fire, it has better hardware and a completely redesigned interior. Let's pop this 7-inch tablet's back cover and take a look inside. I'm Bill Detweiler, and this is Cracking Open. Like the original Fire, the Kindle Fire HD is a snap to crack open. With the help of a thin metal blade or plastic case opening tool, you can pop off the back cover. No tamper-resistant screws here. Now, once inside, removing the internal components is also a straightforward process. Other than a single Torx T5 screw on the battery, you can remove all the interior screws with a Phillips 00 bit. Now, after disconnecting a few cables, the battery, motherboard, speakers, headphone jack board, and internal frame should all come out without much fuss. I have only a few complaints about the tablet's internal design. First, the copper tape covering the part of the motherboard is a pain to remove. Second, you must remove the motherboard before removing the right speaker. And last, the Wi-Fi antenna is held to the internal frame and front panel with adhesive and must be detached to remove either part. Now, at this point in the cracking open, I would normally complain about the tablet's display and front panel being fused together, but not this time. The Fire HD's display and touch sensor are laminated together into a single layer of glass. Now, this construction technique eliminates the air gap that forms when a traditional glass touch sensor is mounted over a separate LCD panel. According to Amazon, by removing this gap, they made the screen easier to read and reduced glare. So how does the Fire HD stack up against other low-cost 7-inch tablets like Google's Nexus 7 and Samsung's Galaxy Tab 2 7.0? Well, the Fire HD has a 1.2 GHz OMAP 4460 system on a chip, and the Nexus 7 has a 1.3 GHz Tegra 3 SoC. Despite the 4460's support for dual-channel memory, the Tegra 3's higher clock speed, 4 cores, and better GPU give the Nexus a slight edge. The Galaxy Tab trails both the other tablets with its 1 GHz OMAP 4430 SoC. As for RAM, all three tablets have 1 GB of memory, but the Nexus 7 uses DDR3 SD-RAM compared to the other tablets' DDR2. When comparing storage, the base model Nexus 7 and Galaxy Tab 2 have 8 GB, while the entry-level Fire HD has 16. The Galaxy, however, does have a microSD card slot. All three have 7-inch displays, but the Fire HD and Nexus 7 screens operate at a resolution of 1280 by 800, with the Galaxy Tab 2 at 1024 by 600. When it comes to hardware, all three tablets have their pros and cons. If you want 2 cameras and expandable storage, the Galaxy Tab 2 is the way to go. If you want NFC and a Tegra 3 processor, it's the Nexus 7. And if you want MIMO support, right and left speakers, and a base model with 16 gigs of storage, then the Fire HD is the one. But honestly, you can't really judge these tablets on hardware alone. As CNET's Eric Franklin wrote in his review, it's not a question of which is better, it's more a question of which is better for you. Now, like its predecessor, the Kindle Fire HD is really designed for heavy Amazon users and Amazon Prime subscribers. Now, to see more teardown photos and read my full hardware analysis, go to techrepublic.com/crackingopen. I'm Bill Detweiler. Thanks for watching.